Hey guys, Scott Estes here with Denali Rods, here to talk to you a little bit about rod selection, some terminology with rods, and kind of how it equates into rod selection. So we're going to talk a little bit about power and action. Power, most people know exactly what power is. In bass fishing, we're going to be looking mainly medium, heavy, and extra heavy action rods. Medium heavy being by far the most common in bass fishing. Action, similar but quite different at the same time. With action, that basically talks about the blank and where on the blank that rod is actually going to flex. Whereas power, with the medium, heavy, and extra heavy, that talks about how much force is needed to be exerted on the blank to make it flex. Whereas with the action of the rod, we have fast, moderate, and slow. A fast action rod is going to flex mainly in the tip of the rod. A moderate action rod is going to flex mainly in the middle of the rod, whereas a slow action rod is going to flex all the way down to the butt section of the rod. We won't use that too much in bass fishing. The most common in bass fishing is a fast action rod, which is going to flex mainly up here in the tip portion of the rod. Now, what does this mean as far as bass fishing goes, or rod selection? Well, you take a fast action rod, and what you get with a fast action rod, it loads up here in the tip section of the rod, so that equates into more sensitivity, and the rod is not going to flex as far down, so you're going to move line faster. Now, this is real common in jig type fishing, any type of flipping application. And now we talk about the other end of the spectrum, where we've got a moderate action rod. A moderate action rod is going to load up further down the rod, and here we're talking about crankbaits, jerk baits, and things like that, where you're not trying to pull it out of his mouth. So the fish takes the bait, and with a fast action rod, you'd actually pull that bait out of his mouth. Whereas with a moderate action rod, it's going to have a lot of give in the rod, and it's not going to pull that bait out of his mouth. And one other thing you get with a moderate action rod over a fast action rod is a casting distance, because the rod will load up more, and you can really get that rod out there, which is real critical with things like a crankbait. So that's just a real general brief synopsis of what the difference is, power and action, and how it equates into rod selection.